And again, thank you for your time. Just we'll probably close it shortly. Just a couple more questions. You're fitting on the next generation. I think this is fitting to ask this question. What advice do you do you all give to the next generation of aspiring public servants and those that want to come behind you and follow in the footsteps of building a better Los Angeles, a better community, but aspiring, and they don't have to just be African American because our readers aren't.
I get involved and stay involved. I'll never forget when I was very young, Merv Dingley said to me, "Be a joiner." That means join a church, join a community organization, join a political party, join a football team. I think one of the most important community building activities anybody can do is become a coach. And work with young people and work with their families, right? Because you have more memories being on the sports field and the people that were there with you than you have of almost any other place. Yes. And so I just say get involved, stay involved, build relationships, grow those relationships. And what's beautiful about I think this place and this time is there's a place for everybody. There is such a demand for talent, such a demand for committed and passionate people who are willing to do the work to build the kind of community we all deserve. So I think, again, just get involved, stay involved.
Yeah, we've tried to create programs to expose young people to opportunities. I have a yield program, we call it a summer program. Okay. And it's a way to expose young people to business and entrepreneurial opportunities. Exposure is half of it. Yeah. A lot of times we find that the kids have never been over to Expo Park, for example. Unaware of the museums, unaware of the resources that are in our backyard, our own backyard. And so we have to do a good job of not only making those resources available, but encouraging folks to take advantage of them.
And for me, I think that it's important that we as Black people learn how to a certain degree, harness our emotions and be more strategic as we move forward. As we create new leaders for tomorrow, they should understand the rules of engagement. What I think is important for us is that as a people we need to win. Yeah. We need to elect people that know how to get things done. We need to elect the kind of people that are going to do more than tell you the words that you want to hear. They're going to tell you the things that you need to know. We have to learn how to work together. We have to be shrewd. We have to realize that sometimes you have to take 2 steps sideways to take 3 steps forward. So I would like to see a group of young people that recognize that I cannot always just act off my emotions. I've got to use the greatest gift that God ever gave me, which is my brain. And so for the next generation of African American leaders, they're going to have the ability to cross over and represent all people. And I think at the end of the day, all people want to be led by smart people, courageous people, and people that are not afraid to fail.
No, I think it's fitting that we kind of bring it on home with this final question that if, as the city of Los Angeles, the demographic is consistently changing, and we obviously are as a Black newspaper, our goal is to continue to represent the Black constituents and those representatives. But at times, our readers are just concerned that we're being left out overall, and as the fabric of the city changes, and I don't think it's anything that it's a broad question, but more so what is your advice to our readers, or just over, I wouldn't say advice, but kind of your thoughts of the future and what is on the horizon for the next 20 to 30 years. And we do see what's happening in your district. We see what's happening with the issues that you all are talking about, but really where are we at, and coming from you all who represent us and really see it and have that forethought to really see and help us prepare for the future. What do we have to look forward to? What is Los Angeles for Black
We
Los
touched
Angeles?
on that before the lights went out, that the next generation of elected officials are going to have the ability to cross over, which means they're going to have to be smart. They're going to have to really be in a position to speak to issues that affect the Latino community, the Asian community, the white community, the Black community. They're going to have to be progressive. They're going to have a track record of knowing how to get things done. And that's what I want to see. We can no longer elect people just because we think that we knew their mama. We have to elect people that can fight, but not just fight, but win. And that's what I hope for us. And if we do that, then I don't care what the percentage of the African American vote is.
Right.
If we show that we know how to do this job just as good as anyone else, then we will be elected, in my view.
I think that's right. I think the important thing to remember that I always take counsel in is just the story of black people in this country. We've never won anything because we had the most numbers. We win things because of the righteousness of our cause and because of the sound strategy that we pursue issues with, and the way we approach problems in a way that they actually get solved, and not just solved for us, but solved for lots of people. We kick open the door. We don't kick open the door in a way that is just for us. We kick open the door in a way that it stays open for everybody coming behind us. And so I think we continue to do that. We continue to set that example. As the council president said, people will rally around our leadership. People will seek us out to play leadership roles because they will know that we can deliver the things that they need and want.
And when I was first elected to president of the city council, I didn't get any of the votes from the black members. When I was elected to be the speaker of the California State Assembly, the second or third most important governmental job, there was only 4 blacks. So I just think when you look at it, when Mayor Bradley was elected, 9% of the turnout was African American. When Merv Dimely was elected lieutenant governor, it was about the same percentage. So we as a people cannot be afraid to fail. We need to aim high, have faith, because we can be leaders. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but I thought that
No,
was
that's a good point.
important.
And I want to piggyback on that because you asked, what about the future? I'm excited about the future. I'm confident that the young generation coming up is going to be smart, they're going to be intelligent, they're going to be intuitive, and will build on the skills that we left them. So it's important that we encourage folks to be involved, to be engaged, and to get actively engaged in ways that they have not done before. Similarly, it's important that we hold our elected officials accountable. We got to hold our officials accountable, and we have to encourage folks to do that, to question, to challenge, to participate in ways that we just need to. So it's a combination of our community being sophisticated, being smart, and also holding our elected officials accountable to make sure that we are moving in the right direction on the same page, and we can do that.
And we were born to do things we can't. And that's more the attitude that we need to have. Don't be afraid. Go for it. Swing for the fences.
I appreciate it. And I thank you all again on just behalf of the LA Sentinel again for the opportunity. And just to capture this moment, I thought it was important because this is unique. And I think your personalities are unique in their own right. But at the same time, coming together, I think the public is able to see the bond and just how organic this is. So I appreciate your time and thank you again for your time.
Well, thank you.
And I appreciate you all. So we look forward to getting with you guys soon, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate you all. Thank you.